I'm Anna. Welcome to Johnnie Bennie Campus News, the weekly news show about everything and anything you need to know about what's going on around campus.
And I'm Will. Coming up tonight, we have exclusive coverage on a Johnnie who developed the app called WeSpawn, a mid-season update on your spring Johnnie and Blazer sports teams, and Meet a Club.
First, let's go to Lauren with sports.
Hi, my name is Lauren Faust, and I'm the sports reporter for Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Tonight we are going to give you an update on your Blazer and Johnnie spring sports teams as they finally get to compete outside. To start off, the Blazer and Johnnie track teams have begun their outdoor season after wrapping up the indoor season. The Johnnies hosted Hamlin this past Saturday in a dual meet along with the St. John's Decathlon on both Saturday and Sunday. Before that, the Johnnies took first in their first outdoor meet at the Concordia College Triangular on March 29th. Their next meet is this Thursday, April 17th at the University of St. Thomas Twilight Meet. On the Blazer side, they also hosted a tri-meet on both Saturday and Sunday. Before that, the Blazers took first in their second outdoor meet at the Carlton Invite on April 5th. Their next meet is this Friday, April 18th at the Prairie Wolf Invite in Lincoln, Nebraska. Switching from the track to the diamond, the Blazer softball team is past the midway part in their season. After sweeping Concordia and splitting with St. Thomas 2 weekends ago, the Blazers' record stood at 17-5. Their next home game is a doubleheader tomorrow versus Hamlin at 3:30. On the Johnnie side, they have just begun their outdoor season after not being able to play for a month since competing in Florida. And after last weekend's split with St. Mary's in their first MIAC conference game, the Johnnies' record stood at 9-2. Their next home game is a doubleheader on Saturday, April 26th versus Hamlin at 1 p.m. Bouncing on over to tennis, the Johnnie tennis team is also past the midway point in their season. After a hard-fought loss 2 weekends ago at St. Olaf, the Johnnies' record stood at 4-7. Their next home match is tomorrow versus St. Cloud State at 3 p.m. For the Blazers, they are crossing the midway mark in their season. After 2 tough losses 2 weekends ago at St. Olaf and versus Carleton, the Blazers' record stood at 9-8. Their next home match is on Saturday, April 26th versus St. Kate's at noon. Lastly, the Blazer golf team finally took to the course this past weekend in the St. Thomas Invitational. The weekend before, the team competed in Arizona against Arizona Christian, where they lost a close match 347-332. Their next match is April 26th and 27th at the Carlton Invitational. The Johnnies have yet to start their spring season after finishing as MIAC champions in the fall. Their first spring match is scheduled for this Friday, April 18th at the St. Cloud State Invitational. That does it for sports, and once again, my name is Lauren Faust. Now, back to Anna and Will in the studio.
Awesome. I look forward to catching some outdoor games.
Me too.
Next up, we'll go to our reporter Nick to get the facts about the new WeSpawn app that's taking over our campus.
Thanks, Anna and Will. This is Nick Lemont with Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Today we're joined by Long Nguyen, who just developed the WeSpawn app, and today he's here to tell us about it. Thanks for joining us, Long.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to be here today.
So first off, tell us about the app. I know I've got it on my phone, but not everybody has it.
So the app is named WeSpawn and is an Android and iOS app that going to provide students on campus with events, news, and bus schedule.
Okay, and it's my understanding you can, students go on there and they put up the events and the news, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So they're going to sign in by Facebook, and then it's going to take all the information like profile pictures, the year, name, and then it's automatically make you a profile, and then you can comment, rate, or share the news and the event going on campus with their friends on social media.
Oh, that's great. And then you don't have to go through all those endless emails that way.
Exactly.
And was that part of your inspiration, or what was your inspiration behind starting the app?
So my inspiration behind the app is just technology. I want to make a difference and want to help a lot of people that have the same problem as me in my freshman year. When I try to find a lot of events or try to get involved on campus, but I couldn't figure out like when is the club meeting, or what is the events that are very interesting, but I don't know where it is or when it's going to happen or something like that.
Okay. Well, that's great. And not everybody can sit down and make an app. What's the process that goes behind that?
So the process is, it took me a year to actually have the product develop. I was in the e-scholar program, and that came up with a lot of resources and idea and stage to help me to develop this idea. When I have it and came up, make a business plan, came up to developer designer, and start working with them to manage the whole project over a year to finally have the product came out.
Okay. Oh, that's great. And what do you see as the future for the app? You were telling me there's some cool new features coming out.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that the app can do in the future. Like, it's very potential to make the community to more close-knit and interactive. The first feature that come out next week with a new iOS update and the Android version, obviously, is the chatting, real-time chatting. So if you chat on Facebook, you can see if you it's instantly, and it's going to appear on WeSpawn because you can follow people on WeSpawn, make friends, and then they can chat with the people if you don't have their phone number or don't have their Facebook, so you can talk to them on WeSpawn. One of the other thing that I heard a lot of students kind of want to have on the app is a dining service menu. So next week it's going to come out with the app as well.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yep.
I like that. That'll be really helpful. And so you've had a pretty successful launch so far. Is there anything that you'd like to tell potential people who are thinking about downloading the app?
Absolutely. So current by now there are 200 downloads on WeSpawn, and I'm looking for more download between the CSB SUU community, because it's very helpful with event news and bus schedule. Especially I need a lot of FAE, so I need to go on to those kind of events. So it's very helpful to students as well. And one more thing I want to add is very fun as well. As next week there'll be a new feature named like matching things. So if you happen to go into another person profile and like them, and then they happen to like you back, it's going to be a match. It's kind of similar to Tinder, but it's more about friend-friend relationship. And by that I want to make a better community, and is more interactive for CSB SUU.
Oh, well, that's great. It's all about building a tight-knit community and informing them, and it's really a great app. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you.
So, thank you for joining us, Long. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me today.
And make sure you check out the app. It's available now on the App Store for iPhones, and it's coming soon for your Android devices. This is Nick Lemont with Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Back to you, Anna and Will.
What a great app, and very impressive that a student created it. Our next segment tonight will feature a club, giving you the exclusive insider's perspective, just in case you decide you want to add another club to your cover letter or resume.
And remember, each week we will feature a club. So if you or someone you know would like a club featured, email us at news.project8@csbsju.edu. Now over to you, Tony.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Maher reporting for JBCN about this week's featured club. Last Saturday, I got the chance to attend Exploring Latin American Cultures mock quinceañera and see what it was all about. I also got the chance to meet with ELAC's board members and find out about their thoughts about the quinceañera and the club in general. Let's take a look. Now, I myself haven't heard much about ELAC, even from last year, so you plan on getting your club out on campus even more from here on out?
Oh yeah. And I think that was one of the hardest things about this process, is just people didn't know who we were. They didn't even know there was a club that represented Latin American cultures.
For the past year, we've kind of been on the low, but this semester we really decided to tackle things. we're focusing a lot on letting people know about the Latin American culture. You know, it's open to everybody else of Latin American descent or anybody who's been to a Latin American country like Chile, you know, study abroad. Anybody has any ideas, they're welcome to come.
We encourage diversity within our group because the more diverse, the more opinions we receive from everyone. And I think it's honestly a really good club. It has a lot of potential, and I really hope that people are interested in it after this. So hopefully after this, people know what ELAC stands for, what we're all about, and then maybe they might want to be interested in joining in the future, taking control of this group.
A quinceañera is a celebration of a girl's womanhood. It's kind of their welcoming into womanhood. So it starts out with the mass, in which the mass is just centered around them, and then after that, that's the quinceañera, and after that there's a reception, which is what just happened right now. And traditionally there's a vals, we call a dance, the more traditional back and forth two-step one. And then depending on the quinceañera, they can have a surprise dance. Traditional or more modern is completely up to the style of the quinceañera.
It's a really exciting event in our lives, so like the Latin American cultures. We do this for every single young woman in our family. So it's really exciting to have like CSBSJU take part of it, you know?
ELAC sure does have a lot to offer when it comes to fun. Thank you, ELAC, for joining us on this week's show. This has been Tony Maher reporting for JBCN. Now back to the studio.
Who knew there were so many cool clubs on campus that you can be a part of?
I sure didn't. I love the club I'm in right now. I get to hang out with you, Will.
Aw, you're too sweet, Anna.
Well, last week I went to see the new president for St. Ben's, Mary Hinton, speak to the CSBSJU community. Let's take a look at some of her speech.
I am truly honored to join the College of St. Benedict community and look forward to getting to know each one of you, both personally and professionally, and to sharing who I am and who my family is with each of you. Please know that while I stand before you today, my husband Robert and my children Halela, Hillel, and Hosanna are here with me in spirit, and they are honored to be joining the community as well. When Lynn Newman called to tell me that I had been selected for the position, I was, at that moment, again, overwhelmed with emotion. And the first and most obvious emotion, and the one that has lasted the longest, is that of joy. I am fortunate to have been selected. I am fortunate to inherit the immediate legacy of Mary Ann, and I'm fortunate to inherit the century-old legacy of the founding sisters of the Order of St. Benedict. I am truly blessed. I recognize that this is a demanding position, one that will necessitate that I employ each and every one of the Benedictine values. Professionally, it is through the dignity of our work, respect for and listening to one another, privately and in community, stewarding and sustaining our human, natural, and fiscal resources, while always striving to be a community of peace, working towards justice We must employ each of these values. I must employ each of these values in order to fulfill the duties of this office. Whether it's my experience with personally and my unwavering belief in women's education, or my undying passion for the liberal arts, which are foundational not only for excellent professional preparation, but also for an educated citizenry, my values align with those of the college. What has heightened my synergy with the College of St. Benedict is the centrality of the Benedictine values and the palpable sense of community at the college. I truly enjoy the daily meditations that are found on the St. Benedict's Monastery website. And throughout this process, I have read the meditations, seeking some insight not just into CSB and the sisters, but into the process and also into myself. On the day Lynn called me, I went to the daily meditations page, as I had so many times before, and found a meditation from Sister Dolores Duffner. What struck me about this meditation on this very particular and special day was that it encapsulated my thoughts about what good leadership demands from the leader and from those around her. But it also demonstrated the responsibilities of a good leader and what they entail. It was, to me, an affirmation of my calling to serve the college. So I would like to read to you Sister Dolores' meditation from that day. She wrote, "Many of us have learned to value self-reliance.
It was very exciting to hear her impressive background and see her energetic spirit. I believe Mary will do an excellent job here on our CSB campus.
I can't wait to see what she brings to our community.
Don't forget to RSVP for Project 8's award show, The Epics, on Saturday, April 26th at 6 p.m.
Make sure you vote for JBCN and our very own Anna Scamp and James Pethulis. Check your emails for the vote.
Lastly, buy your tickets to 14 Pines. You won't want to miss Aaron Carter and Andy Grammer.
Well, that's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us May 5th for our last show of the year.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Will.
Good night, Bennies and Johnnies. See you next time.